Hello, viewers. Welcome for today's class. Imagine two students reading the same difficult passage. One reads word by word, gets lost, and panics. The other glances it and thinks, this is an argumentative passage. The author's claim is here, and the rest is just evidence. Same passage, completely different experience. The difference isn't intelligence, it's that the second student reads structure, not just sentences. In this video, you will learn how to do that exactly, to see the skeleton of any passage so that the meaning falls in the place. This is the foundation everything else in the course is built on. So, let's get started. Now, before we begin, we also need to focus on one thing. I hope you have completed your previous homework because without daily practice, this course can demand a lot of things from you, which may become very difficult. So, let's move on. Now, most common passages in catechism fall into one of the four types, and naming the type early tells you what to look for. The first is argumentative. The author takes a clear stance and defends it. Your job is to find the claim and judge how well it's supported. Second, descriptive. The author explains a topic, process, or phenomenon without strongly taking sides. Here, you focus on organization and detail. Third, abstract, dense, conceptual, often philosophical writing, where ideas matter more than facts. You slow down and track the logic. Fourth, narrative. The passage tells a story or traces a history, and you follow the sequence and the why behind events. Now, every passage, whether its type, has three layers stacked on top of each other. At the top sits the main idea, the single point the author wants you to walk away with. Below it are the supporting arguments, the evidence, examples, and reasoning that prop the main idea up. And running through the whole thing is tone and intent, how the author feels about the subject and why they bothered to write at all. Now read top to down. Your mission on any passage is to nail the main idea. Once you have it, every paragraph suddenly has a job. This one gives evidence, that one raises a counterpoint, this one concludes. Students who hunt for the main idea first read faster and answer more accurately because they are no longer lost in detail. They see how each detail serves the whole. So, that is the main thing that we should be focusing on. Now, so what you have to think is that how do you find that main idea first? Well, three reliable shortcuts. First, check the first and last lines. In a large share of passages, the author states the thesis early or restates it in its closing lines. The opening and the conclusion are prime real estate. Second, watch for repeated words and ideas. Whatever concepts keep resurfacing is almost always the spine of the passage. Third, follow the contrast markers. Words like but, however, and yet frequently flag the moment the author reveals what they really think, often overturning what came just before. Used together, these three signals will get to you to the central idea under a minute on most passages. Let's try them on a short passage together. Read it with me and watch how quickly the structure reveals itself once you know what to look for. Also, beyond type, passages tend to follow recognizable blueprints and to appear constantly. The first is problem solution. Paragraph 1 sets up an issue. The middle explores its causes, and the ending proposes a fix or delivers a verdict. When you spot the shape, expect questions about the nature of the problem and the merits of the proposed solution. The second is compare and contrast. Here, the author weighs two views, things or approaches, laying out similarities and then difference, and often quietly favoring one side. When you see the shape, the questions almost always ask which side the author prefers and why. Notice the payoff. The moment you recognize the blueprint, you can predict the questions before you even read them. That's the real power of structural reading. You stop reacting to the passage and start anticipating it. Time to make this yours. Pause this video and try this. Take any 400-word editorial and in 4 minutes write down four things: its type, its main idea, its tone, and its structure. Don't answer any questions yet, just map the skeleton. That single exercise builds the instinct that powers every RC technique to come. For homework, do this with two different passages before the next session. Bring real attention to the contrast markers and the first and last lines. That's where the structure hides. In the next video, we move from understanding passages to attacking questions, starting with the main idea and inference question times, the two most common and most misunderstood questions in CAT RC. Practice hard and we will see you in video 4. Alright, well, this was all for today's classes. Please like, share and subscribe this channel and email below in case you have any further queries. Well, that was all for today's class. Thank you so much.